Hi and welcome to the Urban Seer Pick a Card reading today. We're going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, and we've got our 3 piles laid out here. So card number 1, we've got the Hermit. Pile number 2, we've got the 9 of Cups. Pile number 3, we have the 2 of Wands. So take a moment to tune in and see which card that you're most drawn to, and then you can find the link to your reading in the description box below. Blessings. Hi pile number 1 and welcome to your reading today. And you chose the Hermit card here. So this is at the very centre of your reading, and it's the Hermit is a major arcana, so that always represents quite a significant event that's currently going on for you, and a significant message that's coming through from the universe today. So the Hermit speaks of having to retreat, to heal, to lick your wounds if you've been going through a difficult time, to protect yourself. And it's also here we can see, so it's represented by the tortoise here, who was retracted and pulled in back into their shell. But it's also about, you know, keeping your light alive, and that to spend some time alone is really necessary. It's times in our lives of struggle or difficulty. It can bring feelings of, on the negative side is more that you might be feeling isolated, and that this is something that you're having to go through on your own, whatever your current situation is now, and that can feel obviously quite difficult if you do feel isolated. But at the minute the universe seems to be saying that that's the right thing to do, to retreat and to take a moment for yourself to assess and to review the situation before taking any action. Because what we've got crossing the card here is another major arcana actually, which is the Temperance card, and this really is about having patience. We can see with the bird here, the represented is, there's some, what I'm seeing today is what looks like tears, so some sadness, a sad event, some kind of heartache that is weighing heavy on you at the moment. But they have this pouch here, which is what is precious to them, that they still have, that they're still holding on to, that they're still protecting here alongside with the Hermit, by retreating and protecting what is precious to you. But there is some kind of heartache here at the centre, and this situation really does require some time and some patience on your behalf as well, if you are feeling like desperate for a change, some kind of change. The universe, spirit is asking you to hang on, and don't make any sudden moves at this time. There's some really beautiful colours here in the background here as well, and you know, against the black and white of the bird, there's some really vibrant colours here, which suggests that there is good energy around you. I'm hearing all is not lost as well, so that's a clear message that's coming through this card. Have patience, all is not lost. Because underneath here as well, we've got this card, the 2 of Cups, which is about a union, which then suggests that this spread could be about a love relationship, with the 2 red roses that are crossed here. So this could be a romantic relationship, it could be a family member, but it's a significant other in your life, significant person. So in the relationship suggests that something has taken place that has caused heartache. So you may be feeling some kind of betrayal, some loss, in a crisis I'm hearing. And the Two of Cups here, so that is literally is one of the a card that speaks about a bond, a union between two people, and that's at the underneath the very bottom of yours, so that's at the kind of base, if you read in the base of the issue that's prompted these feelings. So yeah, I'm getting that it's potentially this is a romantic situation, because what we've got crowning as well is another major arcana, which is pretty amazing. We've got the Strength card. So this is quite self-explanatory, and then that it's asking you again to be strong. We see the rose of these two cups here in the lion's mouth, again echoed there. So, and he has the sign of the infinity on his forehead, and the symbol of forever, and this warm sun here as well, suggesting that the sun will rise again. The warmth will come back into this situation, but it does require for you to be strong. So maybe in the past that you haven't held, maybe you've backed down in the situation, maybe you've shied away from issues in this relationship before, and not kind of faced problems head on. And this is really what the universe message is asking you to bring forward, to be courageous, the courage of the lion, to be strong, to be proud. These are all characteristics of the lion. Also being calm as well. We've got a calm energy with that line. In the past, we've got the Daughter of Cups, which again speaks of emotion, speaks of offering, speaks of love. There is a gentleness about this card, a newness, a fresh beginning. So maybe this is, it could be a relatively new relationship, or maybe you've had difficulties in the past but made a decision to have a go at a fresh start, and then you've ran into difficulties again. But this card, I'm seeing, you know, there is hope, there is renewal, like with this rainbow energy here. And like I say, an offering. So Daughter of Cups is about a love that is gentle, and with it being a daughter as well, like I said, new beginnings, something it feels young. So like I say, maybe it's a new relationship, and that this is the first time that you've run into some difficulties. Maybe there was a fresh start that there was made between you and your partner, and things have broken down again. So that sits in the past here, which then leads us to the present, which is the the Nine of Swords, which really is speaks a lot about mental anguish, anxiety, fears, your worst fears coming true. But a lot of this with this card is that it's in our mind. So it's when our minds will let our thoughts run away with us, and a lot of our kind of worst case scenario thoughts don't generally come true. Worry and anxiety often just exasperate the situation and make it much more painful than what it needs to be. And I feel like that's what's happening for you now, that your mind has really got away from you, and it's a time to try and do what you can to rein that in. So have some self-care, meditate, exercise, distract yourself in whatever way that you can to recenter yourself, ground yourself. Don't let your thoughts run away from you to the extent that they've kind of got on top of you, is what I'm hearing. So external influences, we've got the Nine of Coins, and I'm hearing with this card, and this card is protection. So I feel like you have maybe some friends or family around you outside of this circumstance who who are worried about you and want to protect you. These feathers here formed in this very protective square around these precious coins here, and I feel like that this is your energy, and if you have got people to lean on them and let them in and share your worries, share your concerns, let them help you out in whatever way that if they offer, and don't shut people out at this time. Their intentions are good, and also to listen to them as well. Protect yourself, just like this, going back to this Temperance card here, these feathers here, but protect what is precious to you. So if you at a risky point in this relationship and in a place of doubt, or you've been hurt, it's okay to, whatever decision, if you decide to walk away, or if you decide to go back to try to resolve this situation, this heartache, whatever decision that you choose to make, either way, just ensure that what is really precious to you, don't put yourself at risk, and make sure you protect yourself. Which then leads us on to the Emperor card, and this is your hopes and dreams. And the Emperor card is about authority. It's about, I feel like, getting back on top of this situation is what that you want. Referring back to this, how your thoughts have got away from you. You're in a place of anxiety and stress, and what you really want is to feel back in control of the situation. That's what the Emperor is about. It has king energy, it has boss energy. The Emperor communicates clearly, knows what they want, goes after it. If anyone's kind of in their way, they'll, don't let anyone stand in their way, and they have a very they possess a lot of clarity, and I feel like that's what you really desire at the moment, is to feel back in control of the situation, back on top of the situation, and also to have more clarity. So I'll just dig a little bit deeper on this Emperor card here about, well, this fell out straight away, Ace of Swords. Just to clarify the Emperor here of how can you get that clarity. The Ace of Swords is, the swords is about thoughts and about communication and about cutting through the noise, cutting through the kind of the nonsense, the gossip, the waffle, the murky feelings. It's about cutting through that. So maybe in this time of the Hermit, of retreat, of getting stronger, I feel like this is where you're going to find your clarity, and make sure that you get that in place before you communicate any further. So once you can formulate your thoughts and your feelings clearly, that's when you're able to move forward and communicate to this person that who is on the other side of this bond relationship, what this reading is about. You're going to be able to, don't reach out to them, don't communicate anymore until you're really clear about what it is that you want to say, what you want to do, and what you want out of this relationship. And then we've got the final outcome here, which is the Fool card, another major arcana. And this is, the Fool is about taking a risk. And this can be very scary. It can feel, we've got this young chick energy here. You can feel so insecure and unsure about really taking that next step, as this little chick here takes the first step off the branch, getting ready to fly. And I feel like that this is where this is all leading you. So the retreat, to get your thoughts in order, to find this clarity, and then you'll be able to make this step forward. And it will be scary, but you will, it's the right thing to do, to kind of take that leap of faith. That's what the Fool represents. Take a leap of faith, and whatever happens beyond that, is in, you know, the lap of the gods. But for you to get your ducks in a row and then really take that jump and go for what you want. That's what the message, what I'm hearing now, is to go for what you want. Take that leap. Is it walking away from this person? Is it taking a step back towards them? Whatever it feels, but after some time from this, having some time alone and getting some clarity of your thoughts, you'll know what to do if you can listen to your intuition and then take that step into the unknown. Thank you, pal number one. I hope this reading was helpful for you. If you did enjoy the reading today, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more readings. Love and light. Hi, pile number two, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Nine of Cups here, which is a really beautiful card and speaks of traditionally a dream coming true, wish fulfillment, so something that is very close to your heart. So the cups representing emotions, feelings, desires. It can often denote to love relationships or just something that's very close to your heart and a long heartfelt wish. But starting off with a really positive at the very centre of your reading with that card. Now it's crossed by the moon, which is a major arcana. Really beautiful card, and the moon is really about trusting your intuition. It can speak about mystery, situations that are cloaked in mystery, and that there's quite a lot of there can be some information that it feels like that it's missing and that it's the unknown. So surrounding this wish fulfillment of yours, there is some mystery at the moment and maybe some lack of clarity. And really the message from the universe is that at the minute you've only have your intuition to go on, and that's what you really need to tune into at that time, and that you are blinded to an extent in the dark, I'm hearing. So you're in the dark on that information will remain hidden for the time being, and that's just how it is. So at the minute there's sort of steps forward towards this wish that you're cherishing at the moment, is you're really just gonna, like I say, have that you're in the dark and just put one foot in front of the other until more is revealed to you. Because at the base of the reading we have this really powerful major arcana, the Magician, which speaks of manifestation. So you may actually have been manifesting actively, or you may be doing it unknowingly, but this is really powerful energy and suggests that, you know, you've already, I'm getting the sense that you've already put a lot into this, a lot of steps into this, spiritually, psychically, practically, all of the above, and you've got all the tools here. So this magnificent creature here has the swords, the coins, the cups, the wands, all of the suits. So all of the tools are there for you to reach this. So it could be a career goal, it could be a next step in your job, a promotion. It could be a marriage, you know, a love connection that you've wanted for a long time. And I feel like you've put a lot into this one way or the other over the years, even to get to this point to fruition. And this is at the base of the reading, so this is at the foundation of what you've done, and I feel like the universe is recognising the hard work and energy that you have put into this. And you might be asking, with the moon here, you might be wondering what's going on, why isn't it here yet, why is it doesn't look how it should. That's what it feels like, that you might be asking, where is it, I've done all this work and it's still not here. But it is coming. It's just got this moon energy at the minute, which is asking you to trust your intuition and just go deeper within and tune into yourself and hold on to that energy. It does recognise the hard work that you've done up to this point, Because what we've got crowning this reading is the 5 of coins, which is disappointment. So this can be, with it being coins, it can be even financial disappointment or loss, or it could be you feel like, you know, 1 step forward, 2 step back, so you've had some kind of setback. And this has really brought some sadness and some feelings of despondency and despair even from you. With this, obviously, this drooping flower, and it's like sadness and defeated. But the 5 of coins is always brings with the message that all is not lost. So this setback, don't put too much onus on this setback. You know, it is a passing phase. It's part of the journey for everyone at some point. But that's kind of, I think it's just speaking about where you're unrecognising the situation of where you're at now, and that you have experienced or endured some kind of setback, but don't put too much onus on that. Don't get into the, you know, this is over, or catastrophize at this point. It's just a passing phase. In the past here, so this is the 3 of Cups, which, say if it's a career or working situation that you're experiencing, it's like these really positive connections that you've made, so networking. I'm hearing, so some positive meetings were held, maybe even it was some socialising was part of this, making some connections, you know, having to wine and dine clients, or if it was more on a love connection, then it's kind of like these happy social events that were part of that, and I feel like it opened up a new world opened up to you, and some really positive connections were made in the past as well. So this has got some really lovely energy to it here, and something really real and positive was gained during this time. Those connections still hold meaning, still hold gravitas for you, and still will help you in the future as well. So that wasn't a waste of time, and that's still an opportunity and possibility for you to get back this kind of new world that was opened up to you. The present, interestingly, we've got the Devil card, which is a major arcana, which is about obsessive thoughts, OCD thoughts, like repetition, going over things and getting kind of really caught up where something that was once maybe a positive connection or a positive ambition to have, maybe with a new job, where ambition flips into obsession. And feeling that kind of, this has to happen, this is the only thing that's going to make me happy, and this has to happen now. And it's really about your thoughts and feelings getting away from you, and the devil energy taking advantage of you in that, sort of tapping into that when there's something that you really, really want. So a long held wish, whatever that is for you. You know, it's a fine line between striving for that and then it becoming an obsession. So the universe's message is to really try and squash that energy, try and get that out of your system, do what you can to moderate that, and to push back on that devil energy, because it's not going to help you get any nearer to this. It's actually just, if anything, it'll hold you back. So it's important to resist that. If substances, if like going out partying or whatever has also, you know, this idea of networking, if partying's got too hard as well, step away from that. Whatever it looks like to you, something that was once positive, be it ambition, be it you know, this new world of socialising and open up, has then now sort of flipped into, at the moment, has got this more negative, like I say, obsession quality to it, which needs to be reined in. External circumstances, we've got the Mother of Cups, which is a really beautiful card. We've got more cups, so more emotions, more dreams being fulfilled. And this sort of heavily pregnant swan here, it's like, it always speaks to me, this card, that you're on the precipice of giving birth to a situation. So that change, that desire, the manifestation, the hard work, the dreams, and it's a really positive card suggesting that it's very close. Your wish fulfillment is very close, so this is crucial time to hang on. So that's the external situation. So it's whatever it is that you want, it feels very close to arriving. So that's a real comfort and a real positive message there, that I feel like it's very near. And in much like kind of like a heavily pregnant woman, in a way, that kind of like the end of a pregnancy, when it just feels unbearable to kind of like carry on to the end, and it's like it has to happen kind of now, where a lot of expectant mothers feel kind of the giving birth to a situation. It's like you're in this kind of feelings of frustration, exhaustion, burnout, kind of pushed to the limit. But on the other hand, that this card is really acknowledging that it is very close to arrival. Hopes and dreams. So this is the Chariot, another major arcana. So this is about the movement that you want to see. Chariot's about charging forward, movement. So you're probably feeling quite stuck at the moment as well, you know, that asking kind of where is it, why hasn't it happened yet, and this is really what you want as well. And with it, again, I would see this as an encouraging card, having the Chariot, because it speaks of that movement that you want. Because we can see here in the final card, the Ace of Pentacles, this is it. Here is the arrival. So this is when it becomes actually tangible. The Pentacles is about things actually, you know, you can touch them, you can feel them. It's really here. So something that was in the Magician here, in say manifestation, something that you've held in your heart, in your mind, is then actually comes into the physical realm, the 3D. You can touch it, you can taste it, it's here. The Ace of Pentacles is the beginning, so to nurture that as well, be mindful of when it does arrive, whatever that is, and when it does manifest into the physical. It's again a bit like a newborn baby. It needs to be fed, it needs to be watered, nurtured and loved. So that's a message as well that's coming through for you. So that long held wish that when it does come, which would be fantastic and amazing, but when it does come, it is going to need nurturing, and to be mindful of that. But this is really exciting to see this pentacle and this new beginning for you that is coming. Really positive reading there for you, group number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for the future more readings. Thank you for being here today. Love and light. Hi pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose the 2 of Wands here, which is a really positive, vibrant card, and speaks about being on your way to success here with these 2 wands, creating a kind of runway to this goal that you have in mind. And I feel like you have a lot of clarity and clear thoughts about where you're going and what you want, and this feeling of a situation or something inside of you or something externally that coming together. So a situation that's really coming together, and you've really got some traction, and this energy is kind of all going, you've aligned, and it's all going in the right direction for you at the moment. And all these vibrant colours here as well, so that brings some energy, and you're really kind of bringing your best game forward, and that's at the very centre of your reading. Now what crosses that, we've got a major arcana here of the Temperance, which speaks about patience, and literally tempering that kind of energy that you've got, that ambitious energy and that clarity of thought. And with that might come some a little bit of impatience, wanting things to happen now. And so with the Temperance card coming in here, it's just kind of balancing that, and asking you to be careful and kind of balance that energy out, so you don't so you make sure that you're making the right decisions, that you're still being strategic, and that you're not kind of spinning on a pin, or you know, it can be wasting energy by running on the spot. You know, there is this kind of propelling energy forward that you've got really aligned, which is great, but then it's just some slight temperance, bit of requirement of patience, and to kind of hold on to that energy, that newfound energy that you've got. Maybe that's just who you are as well, someone who is great at getting things going and pushing things forward, but with that, to be mindful. Now underneath we've got the at the base of your reading, we've got the Two of Cups. So this often can speak about a love connection with these two roses crossed here, and cups speak of emotions, often speak about love and romance. And what I'm drawn to this time, there's actually, you might want to check out reading number 2 as well, because, and vice versa, to check out this reading, because there are so many, quite a lot of similar cards that are popping up here as well. But the Two of Cups, what I'm drawn to in this reading is there's some kind of conflict here with the roses being crossed. So this could be in a close relationship to you, a love relationship where there's some conflict that's come up, a disagreement maybe. Maybe you're really ready to take the relationship to the next level and move things forward, and your partner isn't quite there yet with you. That could be one scenario for some specific listeners. Or it could be a family member that you have in some way that is just causing some kind of conflict towards this goal that you're very ready for, this movement, and this feels like a bit of a thorn in your side, I am hearing though bump in the road, so it's not, you are still going to get there, but something someone very close to you maybe isn't quite on board with what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and so that hasn't really go to plan. That's not how you imagined the situation unfolding. But I am hearing bump in the road, so don't put too much onus on that issue. It's kind of a kink that needs to be worked out, but not something that runs really deep. What we've got crowning the situation is the Ace of Pentacles, which is about new beginnings, but it's about dreams, hopes and dreams, and something that you've really wanted, this becoming tangible, becoming physical, you've manifested this. And I feel like it's already happened, it's already arrived, it's here. It may still be in its kind of new stages with it being the Ace, so the beginning, but it was really kind of like a crack of lightning. So this is what I'm hearing, like a real spark, like opportunity that kind of really where everything came together for you. So that could be a meeting with someone where it was like you really clicked with them, or it could be something in your career where an opportunity arose and you took it and you really went for it. But it is the beginning, so the beginning's energy of it, and you're aware of that and you really want to take it to the next level. So that's a really positive card that's crowning your energy. And in the past here, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about your hard work. So this spider, and spiders do, they work incredibly hard to create these amazing webs. The intricacies, the details, the amount of work that entails is impressive to create this really beautiful thing at the end of it. Often it can be destroyed and they'll have to start from scratch, and again create another beautiful web with all these intricacies here that we can see. And I feel like the universe and spirit is sending that message that it really acknowledges the incredible work and talent, technique that you possess of what you've put into this. So whatever that you've been working forward to that has suddenly gained traction and took off really is really commendable, and it's as a direct result because of what you've done here in the past and that hard work that you've put in that's got you here. In the present we have the Three of Coins again, so this could be a work situation, just because I'm seeing so many pentacles now, the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, now the Three, sort of like a collaboration. So I'm wondering if your partner might potentially, this might be a message for some people, might not be on board with this, or might be bringing up insecurities for them of how well that you're doing in your career, or a job offer that might take you away from them, or that's what they feel like it might do. And that's the bump in the road of the insecurity there. It could be, for some people that may resonate. But the Three of Pentacles here is about a really successful collaboration. So this is could be some colleagues here where you've kind of got this mountain to climb in a way, but it's about ambition that you've got. You have set your sights high, and these people around you are with you on that and support that and feel the same and have those high standards and that ambition that you do as well, and that they're helping you get to where that you want to be here on your journey. So that's where you're at now. I see you working with people, collaborating really successfully. So that's fantastic. So external influences, we've got the Daughter of Cups here, which is a much more gentle energy, and I feel like this could be going back to this relationship or this someone in your family, or like more of a love connection that is a more gentle energy, like a sensitive energy. It could even be children as well. So maybe you're worried that this job might take you, it might involve some travel, or might take you feel like it's going to take your time away from being with your children even. But it goes back to the sort of this sensitive relationship that somehow feels like it's in conflict with this opportunity and this career opportunity or this ambition that you have. So that's what's going on around you. And your hopes and fears is to balance this, basically. The Five of Coins is about loss. So it could be you may have invested money in this and you could be scared of, like, is this project going to be successful? You could potentially have invested some money which you're scared you may lose, or time, energy in this project. It might not pay off in the way that you see. So that's a fear, a real fear that you have now, which is just recognizing that as well. And maybe these underlying issues with these Cups cards here, so this bump in the road, or this love connection, or whoever feels like they're not quite on board with what you're doing as well. There's a lot of fear for you even. How is it going to affect your family? How is it going to affect your relationship? This goal that you're going for. So that just speaks about the fears. But what we see in the future here is like the final outcome is the Magician, which is a major arcana, which is a really powerful card. And it's really a reassuring card to see in this position, because it's saying that you have got the tools to do this and to make this happen and to make this work. So don't get too caught up in these worries and bumps in the road that you're scared, or even if you're hearing some negative chat from people around you, from family members, from partners, that are it's their fear, their insecurities, but you are more than capable of being able to do this. This card here, the Magician, is about manifesting those desires, what you want. They have all the tools that they need. So they've got the sword, the coins, the wands, the cups. They've got everything they hear, and the sign of infinity on their chest. So this is a really positive card to see in your final position, because that's where you're heading. So at the minute it might be quite new and fresh, and there's a lot of questions that are hanging in the air and are remaining unanswered at the moment. But as time goes on, and as you move through this and move forward and keep working and collaborating with these people that are these positive people that are around you, you will figure it out. So yeah, I'm just hearing a lot of reassurance and to keep going and keep doing what you're doing, and to have that confidence that you will be able to find that balance that you're seeking. I hope you enjoyed this reading, pile number 3. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more readings in the future. Love and light.